When I was in high school, there was a time when I had a lot of difficulty kind of figuring out how to play my lines and my licks with a very good time feel. You know, a lot of times it's almost like I needed like a rhythm section or a rhythm guitarist or a backing track or a metronome kind of in the background. So I had a hard time figuring out how to like become more rhythmically independent, especially if I'm just playing lines. And I remember sitting in my room thinking to myself, like, what can I practice right now? Like, what kind of lines can I practice to just practice over and over and over again, just with the metronome, that maybe I can improve that linear time feel just from practicing these things over and over again for the next couple hours or so. And I had a hard time like finding things that I could do with that. And I think that overall, that's not a very effective approach if you want to just improve something like your time feel, or your kind of like your sense of time with a specific kind of beat or maybe type of rhythm that you want to practice. So finally, I just said to myself, well, what if I just put on the metronome and I just play just random stuff on the fretboard with this particular rhythm or feel that I want to practice? And so sure enough, that's what I did. So I was putting the metronome on at kind of like in kind of like a jazz medium swing feel, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and just practicing like triplets over that, like da 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 da. Maybe practicing certain types of like triplety rhythms as well, like da 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 over that, over that feel. I did things like that a lot, or like over a more like kind of medium up tempo, 1, 2, 1, 2, just practicing like eighth notes over that, like dugga 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 dugga, like over that type of time feel. But I would just practice like just the most random stuff on the fretboard, like no underlying logic, no like particular formula for what I'm doing, just practicing that rhythm and trying to keep like an excellent sound and time feel over that metronome. And I remember the next week when I came back to my teacher at the time, my guitar teacher in high school, and he remarked like, "Wow, man, you got like so much better, and it's just been a week. Like, what happened? What did you do?" And so I told him what I did, and this exercise really does a lot of good things for improving your time feel. I think also making you like less gun shy as well on the fretboard. Like you just develop more of a willingness to just go for it and just play things that maybe are crossing your mind, and you get a little shy, or that internal critic kind of comes in and you don't know what you want to do. But just like forcing your fingers to play something, it's a great exercise. So just as an example, if we put on a tempo right here, so I'm just gonna put on my metronome, and like I alluded to before, in a jazz context, over a swing feel, I would hear this as like the 2 and the 4 of each bar. So this is like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But let's say I just wanted to practice like triplets, just straight triplets over this kind of beat. So we could just do something like this. 2, 2. And you get the idea. So that can be a really powerful way to just force yourself to develop a good time feel, again, regardless of what you're playing. And you can do this with any type of tempo, any type of way of subdividing the beat. So it doesn't have to be triplets. It could be eighth notes. It could be 16th notes. You could do this with any type of rhythm. So I mean, with that, I was just doing straight triplets, but you could do like, instead of da 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 da, you could do da ga da da ga da da ga da da. Like I'll just do that right now, just as an example. So So da ga da da ga da da ga da. You get the idea. So this is a really powerful way to improve your time feel. And like I said, it can help you also overcome kind of this, I call it kind of like this gun shyness that you can get with the guitar, where maybe you have all these ideas in your mind, but you just can't quite pull the trigger on what you want to play. Sometimes just forcing your hands to play something can kind of help you overcome that. And just doing this for hours will really improve your time feel, your sense of rhythm, and everything. So practice this. And like I said, back when I was in high school, I used to do this for maybe an hour and a half a day. There was definitely a period I was doing it for like an hour and a half a day. It's been a long time since I've done this exercise like in a serious way, but yeah, this exercise really has powerful effects. So definitely practice this.